Hi everyone, this is Kim from Mark. And are you an author? Do you have a newsletter? Well, I hope that you're joining us for our Monday, Momentum Monday, so that we can chat about how to grow your readership. So, we are discussing newsletters and we discussed them last time. Today, I'm going to give you three things that you should be focusing on your newsletter. These are not the only three things, but these are the three things following on from last week. Last week, I gave you a challenge to ask you to come up with three things that you'd like to have inside your newsletter. And today, we're going to be talking a little bit about theming your newsletter. So that's not theming in terms of your color layout, that is theming in terms of your content. It can be stressful to start a newsletter, and a lot of authors put it off because they just don't know what to write about. This series is going to help us unpack it and make it easier for you. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to come up with a decision on, are you going to have an educational newsletter? Are you going to have an entertaining newsletter? Is it going to be a motivational newsletter? Decide on what that theme is, and very often that's geared around your content of your book and the kind of personality that you have. And then, so I've got a couple of authors that contribute towards the Write, Learn and Earn blog, and they'll put a bit of information about who they are. It's very much geared on your personality. So my second point is that you need to be authentic. So remember, the first point was what kind of theme are you going to have? The second point is about being authentic. It needs to be authentic for you. So if you're the kind of person that's not always scrounging around looking for jokes, I mean, it seems a little bit pointless about putting your newsletter and putting jokes in your newsletter. That's not really who you are. There is an author that I'm friendly with. His name is Rob Ratcliffe. He's also contributed to the Write, Learn and Earn website. So if you go onto our blog, you will find his newsletter about procrastination. But he is also a single parent, and so when he writes his newsletters, he writes a lot about what's happened with him in the week and something about how he's approached parenting. And believe me, his newsletters are incredibly different to the moms. If you are looking for a politically correct newsletter, that is not the one to go for you, because he tends to say things as he sees them, and he sees things that most parents might be thinking, but they would never say out in public. So that's the kind of personality that he has. And so his newsletters are always incredibly authentic. And that's one of the things that I like about him, is because you always know where you stand with him. Then we have to look at what the content of the newsletter is like. So no one really likes to be sold to, unless you just really just love watching people going through their sales process. But I certainly don't like to be sold to on a continuous basis. In fact, I'm so risk averse that when we go to the shopping center and there are the little stands with people that are promoting a specific product, whether it is a gym membership or a kind of a perfume, and I know upfront that that's not a product that I am remotely interested in, I will actually go into the shopping center for a different route just to bypass those stands. So I'm terribly sorry if you earn your money by doing motivational or doing those kinds of stands, those sales stands, but it really is very uncomfortable for a lot of people, especially me, to say no, because I feel dreadful about that person talking to me about the product that I just know I'm never ever going to buy, and that's why I just rather avoid that. The point is that your newsletter is not supposed to be just selling your book the whole time. Buy my book, it's the latest and the best thing, and that kind of thing. No, your newsletter is supposed to be a way to connect with your readers. So there are my three things for today. Please have a look at the previous newsletter live that we did, so that you can just recap on what it is that you wanting to achieve with your newsletter. And your newsletter essentially is a way for you to connect with your readers. It is a database that you own, so that when your next book comes out, you can send it out to those people, and they're people that are going to connect with the authentic you, that's the author. So please pop over to our website, writelearnandearn.co.za. You will see on the articles, a lot of the articles, we've got a couple of free downloads for people that is going to help them with their author career. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Have a fabulous day. Bye for now.